Welcome to Can Angels Fly? I'm Nancy, and I'm here to perform your astrological and tarot reading for the time surrounding November 20th, 2017. If you follow me, you know that I've been sharing the message that God has been speaking to us who, me, you, and everybody that exists. And that message foretold of a time where God will permit us to move forward and express ourselves and to go after our desires. In that message, God also spoke of a time in which we would not be able to move forward and how it would be so frustrating to us, but we would continue to bang our egotistical heads on the invisible boundaries that He Himself had set up for us. The boundaries were to be set in place so that we would have time to evaluate ourselves, to really see who we are, to come to understand the state of our souls. After which, the boundaries will be totally removed and we can go ahead and move forward on our aims, free of the influences of dark forces and entities. We would be free to express ourselves, free of any of those influences. In all, we each would be held accountable for the works that we choose to do. And it really sums up to us, me, you, and everybody that exists, writing the contract for the state of the world now and into the distant future. How will Earth be? How will it be to live here on this earth? Recently, the messages I have been giving have shown that the overall message that I received back in March 6th of 2016, I believe it was, is now moving forward. And so we've been entering each stage. November 20th, we will be into another stage. And that stage is where the barricades are in place and we cannot move forward. It won't be long before those barricades are removed, as I shared in a previous video in which I shared a vision that I received. But at this point in time, this is the phase that we are in. This is every sign and every individual in humanity. This is the phase we're in. Is that we have come to a place of being very particular, very, very critical about what we seek or move forward to interact with. And so we have, how can I explain it? We have this perimeter, social perimeter, as far as networking, people. And the perimeter of that network has to do with like the church you go to, the school you attend, the job you have, and all your coworkers, all these people, maybe it's the people in your community, the grocery stores you might frequent, and the people that you end up really talking to, holding those deep conversations with. It has to do with your mom, your dad, your children, your siblings, the people in your neighborhood or community, and it just spans out and reaches out as far as your social network has reached. When I say perimeter, I'm talking about people that, like you go to school with, or coworkers, or peers in some institution of life. That is the perimeter. And all that is within the perimeter is your social network, your overall large social network. And we're limited to that, to those people. We know that. And at this point in time, at this stage, we will be choosing to interact or engage with particular people out of our social arena. And those particular people we will choose to interact with are those that we feel have the highest potential to help us in our individual aims, to reach our individual goals, to fill a particular desire. Just think about all the people that you know, those that are very, very close that you interact with every single day. And then those that you interact with maybe a few hours a day. And then once a week, those people. But you stand there and you have a full-fledged conversation. You really engage each other. You kind of get to know each other. Of course, each social target within the perimeter of your social network, you interact with differently, you talk about different things, you engage in different activities, et cetera, et cetera. So out of all those people, only certain people you have identified can help you reach your aim or goals, or you feel like they can help you reach your aims or goals, or knock down this invisible boundary that is set up that's keeping you from moving forward or obtaining that, again, goal or ambition or dream, you know? And so these are the people, those select people are the people that you will care for or nurture. You'll be more prone to nurture. It's not to say that you will just totally ignore everybody else. It's just your level of investment to the other, as it is from them to you, is based on the possibility or the potential a person possesses to get the other where they want to be. So how can I say this? Your significant other, your spouse, or someone like that, is a person that can or may be able to offer you, let's say, intimacy. So you would nurture them over, let's say, a coworker or a cousin, because they can't give you that intimacy. And I'm talking about more sexual or more emotional intimacy. So you would nurture them more because they can get you what you want. Now, when it comes to, say, for instance, you have a work project that needs to be done, you will be more prone to nurture that coworker that has the skills or the capacity to help you finish that overall project for work over, say, your grandparents or a neighbor that's not even in your office or your field of work. So you're going to nurture that coworker. You're going to spend time with them. You're going to attend to each other's needs, because your overall goal is to what? Satisfy the demands of your job or your career. And at this point, with this example, you have a project to finish. It goes on. If you are looking for more religious understanding or clarity, you will be more likely to nurture or be a part of or to connect or cling to your religious institution, where your neighbor may have a whole nother religion. So you will deal with them on a certain level, of course, being cordial. But that which you will really nurture is your chosen religious institution. Why? Because it will satisfy your need or desire in your life. And that's basically where we all are. Now, this energy is highly frustrating because we have so many people within the perimeters of our social arena. So number one, we have to be able to identify what we're really after, what really is our fabulous self-expression. What do I want? What is my aim? What is my desire? And then who out of these people can help me reach it? Then once you've identified who out of these people can help me reach it, you'll grow closer to them. And you will, through body language, through communications, through your interactions and all the things that you do, let it be known what your aim or your goal is. Frustration is that these other people also have their own personal aims and desires, and they're trying to express themselves. Remember, though, we're being very critical about who we keep company with, because we have a goal, we have an aim, and we want it reached. Another way frustration can manifest at this period is because sometimes we don't have great analytical skills or critical skills, and we're not able to successfully identify the perimeter of our social arena. We're also, some of us aren't able to identify all those people, the correct people that can assist us. And so some of us may partner with people that can't satisfy your need or your want. Example, if you need to be enriched religiously, you may not get that from your childcare provider, but you go get real close to your childcare provider knowing that you want religious enrichment. You may suffer dissatisfaction, or you want more intimacy, maybe even more sexual intimacy. You hanging around your grandparents or your siblings, most likely those aren't the people that can even offer you the opportunity to fulfill that want or need. You're connecting with the wrong people. Let me stop because I know I just babble on. I just want to make sure that I make it clear that some people will have an ability to identify who can help them, while others may be challenged in this area and have a problem identifying the appropriate people to help them move forward on their aims, which will lead to frustration. But if you are a person that, chooses the right people to hang around, and you are nurturing them and caring for them and providing support to them, at the same time, you yourself are looking for support and to be nurtured and to be told it's okay. And we can work this out. We can get to your goals and your aims and your ambitions. However, there still could be a mild frustration. That divine blockage is still there because we have to identify who we are as an individual, who we are on a soul level. And we are all after our own selfish aims and desires. So while you're telling these people, these others that you have selected to get more closer to and to bond with and to share with and hopefully to work with, they also are trying to tell you what they want, which may lead to some frustrations. But nevertheless, at this phase, we will still persist in getting our way. And we're going to move forward and have these experiences with these particular people that we encounter, that we choose, that we select. And those experiences are going to help us grow. They're going to help us expand because we're going to learn something through those intimate one-to-one contracts. It could be about negotiation or collaboration, but we are ultimately learning the lesson of the 8th house of Scorpio, and it's about the state of your soul. So it really comes to this question, are you capable of negotiating? Are you able to collaborate? But for the benefit of all parties involved, you and them? Or are you truly just a self-driven individual only after your own aims? At this phase, it's showing that we are going to be so gung-ho about what we want as an individual, our needs and our wants, and we'll suffer some frustrations because others have their own personal needs and wants. Some of those needs and wants will be shared between us and those that we select. Nevertheless, who gets what, becomes the question. And so we're going to continue to move forward. Now, if you are in Aries under this energy, you have to remember that as you move through this energy, you are very powerful. That's fire. And so you are going to initiate getting out here and letting it be known what you want, what your goals are, what your dreams are. You're going to move to go connect to the appropriate people, if you have good discernment abilities, because you're ready to get things going. You're ready to get things moving. If you're a Taurus, well, Taurus is an earth sign, so it's more steady, it's more calm or tranquil. And you're going to be moving, as we all are, toward fulfilling your aims, your goals, those things, your wants and needs in life. But you'll do them in a more sensual way, It all comes back to who you are as a sun sign. It's your guiding force. This is how you move through life. You're just moving through life. And so you'll be more sensual and maybe even more alluring to others in order to kind of get them to accept your fabulous self-expression. Where Gemini, what are you made to do? Socialize. You may go out. Gemini is a mutable air sign, so you may be going to different small social circles. Remember, you have this arena of people, all these different groups on different levels. And so you may be going to each of these, having these exchanges so that you can really learning how to cipher who you want, who are these people that I need to help me obtain my goals, And so it's for Gemini, it's really like this level of discernment, this development of discernment, as it is with the earlier signs of Aries, because you can be so impulsive. And so it's about discernment. It is slowing down enough so you can identify who can really help you out, who can really be beneficial, not only to you, but you to them. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. Now, Taurus, try not to get caught up. And what I'm saying, try not to get caught up because, again, you have this nature of, I just see Taurus as easy, laid back, sensual. And it's like you can get caught in that. So let's say, hypothetically, that Taurus, as you go out and do your socializing within your social perimeter, you come across a person that cannot help you fulfill your aims or your desires or your passions. They're absolutely the wrong person. However, they can unigap with another person that knows how to indulge. I mean, really indulge into whatever sensual pleasures there are in life. And you get caught there and stagnated. And you've chosen this person because of your you bonding through the sensual nature, your sensual natures, but they can't fulfill your ultimate goals or aims. Remember, you're still going to want to fulfill those goals and aims, but you're caught with someone that doesn't have the skill or the know-how or even the ability, not even the potential of helping you fulfill that goal. So it's like wasting time. So time and energy. And so again, it is about discernment. When it comes to Cancer, Cancer is like that mother that is there, listening, very receptive to her family or children, husband, whatever. And Cancer is there to be nurtured, and they want to be nurtured. Remember, energies flow both ways, in and out. But it's about being nurturing and caring and taking care of. Now, to my Cancers, you have an aim. What's your aim? You have an ambition. What is your ambition? What is your desire? What is really motivating you? What really expresses you as an individual person? What is it that you want to move forward on when the time comes? Well, remember, the large social arena. You have all these people to choose from. Can you even make it outside of your home and family, Cancer? Because those people that you are caring about or nurturing doesn't mean that they possess the ability or the skill or the know-how to get you where you want to be, to help you fulfill your desires or your aims or your ambitions. You just love them, as they may just love you and care for you. Sometimes it's because of our we're going to go social position. Maybe as a Cancer, you're the caregiver to a elderly parent, elderly parent, or a child, or like I said, a spouse, and you or a sibling, or maybe you take care of the neighbor, but you're always giving yourself over to this other. But this other does not hold the key that you need when the time comes to move forward. That can create frustration. So for Cancer, it's about really being able to uh, break free of those that you are so comfortable with because they nurture you, they care for you, they feed you, they house you, they clothe you, they listen to you, and you get stuck there with those people that don't have what it takes. You got to get away from that. You got to go out here and socialize. You have this arena. Now, I know you take care of your parents or your children or your spouse, but you also may go to work, have some coworkers or boss. You may go to the park every day, and there's someone that you sit on the park bench with, somebody that you have lighthearted conversations with. You may have go to church or some other type of group or club, and maybe those people hold the key to what you want and that you should start communing with at this time. So when the boundary is lifted or the barricade is lifted for us to move forward on that aim, you've made the appropriate connections. You've gathered the information that you need to move forward. So what I'm saying to Cancer, if I'm making it make sense, don't just get locked into your role in life. The people that you are bound to because of nurturing and caring, maybe, just maybe, they don't hold what you need. And so you have to expand yourself. After Cancer is Leo. Now, Leo represents your fabulous self-expression. It's being bold and courageous. Leo is fiery energy, and it's also fixed. And so you have a fixed way of looking at things or going after things. Now, remember, we are moving forward to attempt to attain our wants and our needs, our desires, all those kind of things to reach ambitions. However, there's a blockage, a barricade there, set there by who? God. And the time is to find out who you are, to really self-reflect, and not only to reflect upon yourself, but others. Anyway, you move forward boldly, aggressively, your chest stuck out, regal, roaring, having no problem expressing yourself to the world, the things that you want and you need. But you have to remember, it's all these other people that are within the perimeter or the arena of your social network. And they too are roaring and stating what their aims are or their desires are and their passions are. So for some Leos, it can be kind of frustrating where some people begin to ignore you because you're so powerful and they feel like you're trying to outshine them. Like what you want is more important. So it is really about that ability to collaborate with others. And you remember, you have to find specific people to work with that can help you. And so it's like finding people that are similar to yourself and knows how to balance each other out. Although powerful, although self-confident, they know how to give and take. That is the kind of energy that Leo needs to connect with at this time. The next is Virgo. And remember, Virgo, that's the basically ascending energy. And it talks about, being very practical and critical as you move forward. So for Virgos, it may be a little easier for you if you have mastered your natural nature. And what do I mean by that? You, Virgo, were made to be able to analyze, to be very particular, discernment. And if you know what you want and you have an idea of the path you need to travel, Then many Virgos may also know the type of people Virgo needs to accompany them or offer them enlightenment or information. During this time, as Virgo has their experiences with others, it will be, how can I say it? Loss of words. It's a high potential for Virgos to be able to identify the appropriate people to connect with and whom to dissipate their vital life force energy, to nurture, to care for, to, put that little extra energy into this person, into sustaining the partnership or building the partnership or connection. And why do I say this? Well, once again, it's due to Virgo's natural ability. Now, this goes for Virgos that, again, have mastered themselves. There are some Virgos that have not come to master discernment, so to say. And so that particular Virgo may suffer a few more challenges during this phase. Libra, that's your thing, partnerships and connections and intimate one-on-one interactions. And remember, at this time, we're within the perimeters of our social circle. This is our overall social network that we are deciding who to connect with. For you, Libra, those that you connect with, it is all about maintaining a level of balance and also integrity. Because Libra's weakness is that they can get to the point where they are overshadowed by the other. And if it's not Libra being overshadowed by the other, then Libra can overshadow the other. The key for you here is about negotiation. So, as you choose those particular people, you, Libra, will be creating, as we all will be, because we all possess a little bit of each astrological sign, creating contracts that are going to either get you closer to where you want to be, or it will be distancing you or making it or creating more difficulties for you to move forward when the time comes for us to go ahead and advance on our aims or our ambitions. After Libra is Scorpio. Scorpio energy is hype at this time. And it really talks about the 8th house anyway. It talks about the state of your soul and then the exposure of your soul by the 12th house, of course. So when it talks about Scorpio, we're talking about, the question arises, how involved are you going to be with another, or they with you, and for what purpose? And so during this time, as you move forward and begin to determine who you will partner with, work with, nurture. Remember, the energy just does not go out from you, Scorpio. It also comes into you. So people are figuring this out as well, is what I'm trying to say. Is that you're also figuring out whose rabbit hole can you go down, or who's willing to go down your rabbit hole. What does the rabbit hole mean? It means all of your psychological stuff, whether good or bad. Will they continue to engage you? It's the level of commitment a person can have to you based on their souls and their emotional state, and all brought on by their beliefs. So let's see if I can make this clear. As you interact in a large social network, your network, within the perimeters, you identify certain people. Now, when it comes to that certain person that you've identified, they can help you get to where you want to get to achieve the goals that you have when the time comes. are they willing to not just help you get there, but are they willing to really dive deep into your life, no matter what it consists of? The same question is posed to you, Scorpio. Are you willing to dive into their life, no matter what it consists of? Because we're talking about a long haul here, a long haul. So it's the ability to be emotionally involved and committed to another. How deep down in their rabbit's hole are you willing to go? After Scorpio is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the philosophical, the adventurer. And what does that mean? Well, where you are, Scorpio, not Scorpio, Sagittarius. And the energy, what I should have been said, the energy, because we all possess a little bit of all of the signs. Sagittarius, who are you now? Who have you come to believe you are? What is your current understanding about the world, you in the world, people, other people, because all that you believe creates your philosophies about life and yourself and your capabilities or your inabilities. And so for you, as you move forward, whoever you are as a whole, brought on by your life experiences, governs actually what you're actually seeking after, what you want and what you need. And based on what you want and what you need, lead you to select certain people out of your large social network or you're within the perimeter of your social circle. I need this person because I want or need this based on my past life experiences. Or I want and need this. I've come to understand that I want or need this in my life because of past life experiences. So I need this person in particular to help me obtain that goal. Now, when it comes to you, Sagittarius, remember, discernment is key when selecting the people that you will engage, interact with, create contracts with. Your beliefs are your personal beliefs because they came from your individual life experience. That stands true for every single individual in your large social circle. So it can be somewhat frustrating that you're ready to move forward on what you believe in, while another, remember, is ready to move forward on what they believe in. And whatever they believe in that they want to achieve is just as true and as righteous as your beliefs. And this is because they lived a life or have lived a life that has brought them to this place of understanding what they need and want. And so there can be times that you end up like bumping heads with others because you both have different viewpoints. You both may have different aims or desires. What could be beneficial to Sagittarius and what Sagittarius should look for are people that have similar values or philosophies, views about life, and have a particular aim, wants, needs, desires, and yours are quite similar to theirs. That way you can work, shoulder to shoulder in obtaining that goal or that dream or that ambition or desire when the time comes for us to move forward. I'm not going to go ahead on that, but I want to because I can see some more. Anyway, after Sagittarius is Capricorn. And Capricorn, your motto is I use. What do you use? Well, you get to use all these people within your social circle. Yes. We have this perimeter. Everybody within this perimeter are there for you, Capricorn, to use. Once again, Remember, the energy just does not flow out to you, from you, Capricorn, outwards. It also flows from outwards into you. What is outwards? That social perimeter, that social circle. Those people can use you to do what? Either way it goes, accomplish, to reach for those goals or those ambitions. These are the people that will seek to be comforted by you, supported by you as you do them. And it's all in this preparation to pursue our aims or ambitions and desires. It was something else that I was, give me a moment, a second of contemplation to try to think of what I just lost. Going after your aims or your goals, attempting to motivate others, align with the people that you can most likely motivate to help you reach those aims and goals, and having to sit anxiously by waiting for the go, for the ability to move forward, and having to give all that energy of support and being invested in people in the long haul until you can go. I forgot. Well, I really can't remember. But Capricorn, remember at this point in time, and the energy of Capricorn in the 10th house is that the public has a particular viewpoint about you. It is your reputation or your status that precedes you. So as you go out to mix and mingle with these others to discern exactly who can help you reach your goals, you have to remember that your reputation precedes you. So if you have a reputation that is a bit ruthless, although you may come in contact with a person, persons that may be able to assist you when the time is right, some may not be interested in connecting with you because of your reputation, if it is a poor reputation. Where on the other side, if you are a Capricorn with an excellent reputation, work ethic, and all that, and a person is more susceptible to that and prone to want to work with someone with a great deal of integrity, then you may forge a bond or a contract with this person at this time. It will be easier for you or for that person to provide the support that you need during this waiting time. The next sign is Aquarius. Aquarius, myself. Aquarius, you are supposed to be the humanitarian, fairly liberal, large social network expert. And so at this time, Aquarius, you're going to move forward. It may be somewhat difficult for you. You may find that you are just highly motivated and compelled to try to really push through to expand your social circle. Remember, we all have a current perimeter of the people that we socialize with. Everything from those that are in the bed with us to those that are on the outskirts of where we may go shopping at, and we have a frequent retailer that we connect with. Anywhere within that circle, the schools, the churches, the clubs, wherever, your favorite restaurants, the people that you frequently talk to, have exchanges with over and over again, no matter the time frame, it's just always the same people. And so at this time of preparation, of the inability to just move forward on your aims or your ambitions or desires or dreams, whatever it is. You may be pushing, trying to get outside of that perimeter or the boundaries of your current social network in order to make some new connections so that you can advance yourself. Many Aquariuses may feel like they've learned basically all they can learn from their social arena, and they may want to, feel like they need to move out, because whatever Aquarius wants or needs, whether it is more knowledge or work opportunities or whatever, many Aquariuses may not feel like, or may feel that you've learned all you can learn, or you've had the extent of what an exchange can bring to you with these people already. Like, there's nothing else there new to learn, and wanting to reach out further in order to make new connections that can bring new information. But again, remember, it's not time to move forward. We're still in the state of preparation. And so Aquarius, like all other signs, have this time where you still have to choose particular people to have exchanges with. This may be a time that many Aquariuses feel very vulnerable, and vulnerable due to, oh goodness, I lost my line of thought, trying to straighten the camera out. You may feel that you need to make, like you want to move forward, but you feel like the information is outside of the people that you already know. You need more. It's like kind of what I'm feeling, and you're ready to go, but it's not a time to go. You still are under the same governing energy as everyone else. So you must evaluate your large social network, your overall social network, your network that exists within the perimeters that exist, and select particular people in order to engage. And you will. And you're going to connect with those people, hopefully hoping that they can connect you to that additional network or social link, or, whatever connection you need outside. But it's not a time to go. You still have to make the connections, though, within your perimeter, is what I'm trying to get you to see. This is a time that Aquarius, as we all are looking for support of our goals. Somebody to say it's okay. Maybe you can't move forward at this time, Aquarius, but these particular people, if selected correctly, are the kind of people that can say it's going to be okay, Aquarius. You set a plan or course of action, get prepared, or that kind of thing. Write out your plan or whatever. When the time is right to go, at least you know the direction that you're headed in. And the final sign is Pisces. And Pisces, your house is the 12th house, and it's the house of, they say, of undoing. It is when your deep down psychological state is creating your next responses to life. And during this time, it can be you may put forth too much. You may regurgitate too much. You may show too much fabulous self-expression in order to do what? Try to break through those barricades that aren't permitting you to move forward on your aims, your personal aims, ambitions, or the desires toward what you want or what you feel like you need in your life. And it could be a time where you may be a little more aggressive or critical of others around you because they can't give you what you need. Nobody can, because it's the barricade. We can't move forward right now. It's we're in a phase of determining who who is the best company to keep, that can help us to ultimately, eventually move forward and obtain our wants and desires in life. But Pisces seems like they're ready to go, and they're highly emotional over it. Some, like really feeling emotionally overwhelmed by being limited or restricted in some way and wanting to break through. And many Pisces may feel like their wants and needs, how they want to, what motivating them is being diverted. You trying to go left, you being pushed right. You go right, you're being pushed left, and you're not able to move forward and obtain what you want successfully. And so when it comes to you having to select particular people in order to begin to work with, to find the ones that you're going to be committed to, the ones you're willing to nurture and support, and that are willing to nurture and support you and be committed to you at this time and forward, is again another state of frustration. So for Pisces, it's like you got to calm down, because you got to remember, everybody's after their own aims and desires, trying to fulfill their own passions. We'll all have this blockage before us, creating somewhat of a frustration. We're not understanding why. And so being in that emotionally possibly moody place for Pisces can rub people the wrong way. It's kind of something similar to like Capricorn. For Capricorn, it's like their reputation precedes them. And so when they identify the person they want to, negotiate a contract with, well, Capricorn's reputation could decide or determine if the other is willing to enter a contract with Capricorn or not. That's based on if that person is either susceptible to a person that performs more under corruption versus a person that performs under integrity. What does that person need? What is that person willing to work toward? Rabbit hole. Well, with you, Pisces, it is the emotional spewing out to create your future. Like I said, you could be critical, possibly even hostile to some extent to others, because you may see them as a blockage or insignificant or incompetent or unable to do something. When the fact of the matter is, we're all blocked, not just you, Pisces, we all are. And so you could basically affect another, be emotionally manipulative to another, and it inadvertently restricts your ability to partner with certain people that you really need to partner with at this time. Now, that was the astrological part of our current energies beginning or around November 20th of 2017. There's a part 2, and that part will be the tarot reading that will accompany the astrological reading for November 2017. Please tune in. Until next time, bye.